Hi, it's Mitch from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the Maryland versus Purdue college basketball matchup on Tuesday, January 2nd, 2024. Of course, if you like our free picks we do every day at Pickdawgz, you'll love our premium picks. Use that discount code PICK for 15% off. We also have Dime Club and Sharp Trading Plays. These are meant for people who make big bets. If that's you, go ahead and text that number that you see on the screen. They're not available on the website. You got to text that number. But let's get to this one. It's Maryland taking on Purdue. Big Ten action here on a Tuesday as right after the new year. Well, a lot of conference play pretty much goes down, and we know that most of the big conferences start conference play this week, and I believe by the end of the week everybody will be in conference play. But we got Purdue on the road in this one, 12-1 on the season. They are the number one ranked team in the nation, but that one loss, that one blemish on the record did happen on the road in conference play. They've only had one true road game this season. That was at Northwestern, and they lost that game outright as a big favorite, as they are in this game as well. Maryland hasn't really been world beaters this season. They've been decent at home, certainly not great, 8-0, but just 3-5 against the number. So they're winning games, they're just not taking care of business. But in a spot like this, well, they're getting a lot of points at home, and that's not something we've seen from the Terps so far this year. Maryland 8-2 on the season. Not quite an elite team in college basketball, but not a doormat team either. And I think they'll have a chance to prove themselves over the course of the season in the Big Ten. 2 years ago, it was an absolute dumpster fire at Maryland. Last year, not so bad. And this year, I believe the jury is still out. And we know that Maryland has played a pretty tough schedule. So I don't think they're going to be backing down from the Boilermakers in this spot. In fact, when they played last year in February, Maryland won that game in Maryland. And, even though Purdue ended up being a number one seed in the NCAAB tournament. We look at Maryland's recent losses: Villanova, at Indiana, and that's it. And I got to say, wins at home against Penn State. The win at UCLA was a really nice win. Last time out, they were 30-point favorites against Coppin State and won by 22. I don't know. It's just one of those type of games. But now we are in conference play up against these Purdue Boilermakers that we know have beaten all, comers, beating Arizona recently, Alabama, Iowa in the conference, and of course their opening conference game, that loss at Northwestern, they were only 5.5-point road favorites in that game. They got the win over Tennessee. That one was in Maui, Marquette, or in Honolulu in the Maui Invitational. The win over Gonzaga as well. So Purdue has certainly played a tough schedule, certainly merits that number one ranking, but no one gives out national championships in December and January. Those are earned in March, and last year Purdue took that early first-round exit. Second team in history to lose as a number one seed in the opening round. Of course, the whole offense feeds through Zach Edey on the inside, but Purdue can hit from the outside as well. They also defend the perimeter extremely well. I think for me, the issue here isn't really who's a better team, because it's clearly Purdue. The issue is laying 10 points on the road in conference play when we know that Maryland beat Purdue last year in Maryland. I'm going to have to roll with Maryland getting this bundle of points, and that's going to be my free pick. Of course, while you're doing your picks, putting your bets in, be sure to use our free betting tools at sportschatplace.com. The betting tools are 100% free, and they'll help put you on the most favorable bets on the board today.